Hey guys, just hold tight here, firing up the feeds as usual. Oh, I see Aaron watching. How's it going, man? How are you? Sunlight Painting. Hey, bom dia, my friends. Raul Pinturas down in Brazil. Hoping to schedule a trip with you guys here this next year. That would be a lot of fun. Give me a couple seconds here. Get Aaron looking forward to the mission at Expo here coming up as well. Excited for that. Oh, Porto. Great. God, that's a beautiful place down in Brazil. Let's see here. All right, hold tight, everybody. We got a countdown going. Here we go. All right. All right, everybody. Good morning. Good midday. It's noon. It's Friday. One of the goals of Ask a Painter was to be more consistent with the time. I kind of had to fit it around a lot of the things around business and stuff like that. But aiming for noon Friday, unless I'm traveling, folks. So White Oak Painting, brother. Can I send you one of my T-shirts, brother? You can send me a T-shirt from Instagram. White oak is my favorite wood on the planet. In fact, the handmade desk that I made from old buildings is made of oak right here. White oak is my favorite wood on the planet, and I'm a big fan of your painting company. So send me a T-shirt. You can DM me. I'll send you my address there. So Expo, T minus 2 weeks, sunlight painting. Here we go. Green Mountain Painters. Oh my God, my guys from the upper Northeast. I haven't seen you in a while. So, all right, everybody, we got an awesome show here for you today. The temperatures are above freezing in Minnesota. People are out and about. The sun is shining. It's work from home Friday. I love this sort of stuff. So today we're going to talk about what actually happens with a project manager on a site visit. Now, if you don't employ a project manager, that is you, and that's how it works. So, craftsperson Jay, master craftsperson Jay from the Paintsmiths. Happy day to you, man. Love our partnership. Jay and I partner up on projects around here in Minnesota and absolutely love that dude. So, all right, first thing first, though, you know what we're going to talk about. You good for nothing, lazy painters out there, you got to sign up for Expo, folks. You are absolutely killing our operations team. Every single year, I know you guys come through. You book your flights, you book your hotels, you register for the Expo, you do it the last second. You guys, professional business owners, professional master craftspeople, do not wait till the last second. 2 weeks before Expo to do this. This is a lot of time. This is a lot of money. This is a commitment. If you wait for another week, you're probably not going to be able to get a plane ticket, or you're going to get some crazy price plane ticket with two layovers and all this other stuff. Please, for the love of God, paint business owners and stuff, there is a link here in the show notes. If on IG you can't see it, go to Facebook. There is a link in here for you to go to the expo. Register. The speakers are world class. Over the last bunch of years, we've been along this huge education initiative, like college level sort of like itineraries of education with speakers. And it comes here. It's not this random group of humans talking about a random group of things. This is an entire week of funness. We started off. I'm actually going Sunday, getting there the night before. I'm meeting with a whole contingent from a foreign country for large commercial projects. They want to come. They're from another continent. We're discussing in my presidential suite some high level things for two industries, two countries coming together. The next day, Monday, is a board of directors meeting. Typically, people fly in that day. There's no formal things. There's kind of an open public time where you guys can meet and greet. I'll be leading my last. Oh my God! I just kind of realized that I'll be leading my last board of directors meeting ever at that time, and then I will be handing it off after the election. So I will spend Monday in an all-day board of board of directors meeting, talking about the vision, strategy of the PCA. At night, there will be a little club. I don't know what number my room is, but it will be club in the presidential suite where we'll have a little happy hour out there. There'll be some evening meet and greets. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the formal stuff kicks off, all the education. We're going to see everybody have those great hallway talks, keynote speakers, beautiful education. I'm going to be talking about a topic with my mentor there. That's going to be at a later time. And then Friday is the Paint It Forward event where I get to project manage 150 painting companies in about a 5 or 6 hour period where we try to do about 100 to $150,000 worth of painting in that time. I love project management. And today we are going to be talking about project management. I'm going to show you how I not only lead my painters, I lead my estimators, I lead my project managers on micro level sites. I'm also going to show you how I all that all these wild cats, all these feral cats, these just big thinkers and visionaries to get something done in one way. And it's a super fun thing to do. And we're going to get into it. So at the end of this show, I'm going to give you my email address. And if you want a free playbook, that actual SOP, the playbook for a project manager site visit, it's all going to be there. You email me, I'll give it to you for free. But I'm going to give you my free update 2026 playbook for what an actual project manager or what project management needs to be done on the site. So here we go, everybody. Let's get into this thing. If you have your own SOP, I would love to hear the steps in the comments. If you have any questions about PCA Expo, about any of that stuff, about project management, about what actually happens when a PM goes to a site, kick out, close out, all that other stuff, it's all going to be there for you. I will share one quick thing with you guys before we get going. As you guys know, this is the time of the year where we do mastering the basics. I've done this for 5 years. It's a series of 8 shows. I've turned the videos now, and there's about 20 templates that go with that. And you get a personal email for me to support you along the way. This is not content. This is 18 years of my experience and knowledge condensed down into actual operational tactics that you can use to do improve your painting business right now. It would be for any home service business, actually. But it goes into standard operating procedures and playbooks. So how do you paint a wall? Then estimate. What do you charge for something? Production, like we're going to talk about today, right? How do you actually order paint, schedule a crew, and do client communication? And then there's marketing. How do you actually get leads? And I actually show you what I do in my company right now. I show you what worked last year, what didn't work, and I show you my marketing plan for this year. Pretty good stuff, right? Since marketing is on everybody's mind. Then we go deep into financials. This is the biggest change to all the stuff I've done. I've broken all the financials for a painting company down into 3 categories. And then I've put it into a solvable, digestible thing for you. And I've given you my templates for it as well to show you how I use it. Then we talk about leading a team, growing a team, estimators, project managers, coordinators, and of course, now, there are categories of shows as a painter. There are guests, my friends. There is the craft. There is business and entrepreneurship, and there's self-development. Doing the basics is a separate set of those shows, those 8 things in 20 templates and my email address. There is a link in this show thing for you here. I charge $250 for it. It's basically you get the 20 templates, you get all the shows, you get all the slides, I believe, too, and then you can download them, and you get my support along the way. And anybody who's done mastering the basics this year with that sort of thing, you guys know exactly what you get, which is I respond pretty damn quickly with some very specific things from my business support along the way when you need it. So that is going to be a lot of fun. That is there for you. And let me see. Let me pull up my slides. Let me get myself in there. All right, so comments here. Chris Moore, I'm ready to lead part of the Painted Forward project. Oh, Chris Moore's assuming he gets to be a team captain this year. No, Chris, you'll probably be a team captain. You did pretty well for a coach. For a coach, I usually like to get paint business owners and stuff, but Chris Moore actually knows what he's doing. He's actually a good guy. So, Eric Sauer is still trying to get a room for Expo. Listen, you Eric, God knows I love you, but you painters are the freaking worst. You guys wait till the last second. If you would have done this in November and December, not only would you got a discounted rate, you would have got a room in the dang hotel, and you would have not given my operations team at the PCA a dang heart attack. So again, Eric, God knows I love you. There are options out there, but next year, November, December, book your stuff, guys. Right? All right, we got audio going in and out. Eric's mentioning. Everybody else good on Instagram? Give me a hands up, give me a high five, give me a dog emoji, whatever you guys do. But let me know if the audio is working before I dive into this. I don't want to lose any of this stuff here. So Instagram, holy cow, we got a lot of people watching here. Mr. Pastrana, good to see you. Mr. Cowles. Paper Marketing Pro. Oh, Tom Giesen. How's it going? Estimator Tom Giesen. Beloved estimator Tom Giesen is out there. Oh, shoot. We got audio struggling on IG. All right. Hold tight, guys. Hold tight. I want to get this. Let me just make sure that I'm not connecting to any ancillary. Okay, we got MacBook speakers. I'm going to check all these volumes here. All right, we got an input. We got MacBook microphone. We got the output. Good. Nothing else is connected. So, oh man, I hope this stuff goes through here, guys. Give me 1 second here. This is what you get for. This is what you get for going live and stuff like that. So let me just fire up old Facebook here and just see what we got. This is what you get going live and stuff like that. So let me just fire up old Facebook here and just see. Okay, you may have to just suffer through this. I tell you what I will do. I will move this thing a little closer. I will put this up here. Gino Phillips, ready to grow my business. Dude, I love it, man. So not only will this show help you here, we got 500 free episodes, but we do also have Mastering the Basics for you as well, too. Randy Gilbert, thank you for the hands up right here. Chris Moore, you made it on the cover of APC Magazine. Listen, so did I. That's not saying much. That's a low barrier to entry, my friend. So, all right, guys, so here's the deal. If right now, if I switch audio, we'll probably have to do that. This is what you guys get for your money spent on the show, a free live show. There may be a little audio here and there, but I promise I will bring this thing closer. We will see what we can do with this. All right, so let's get into this, folks. Checking for any last final comments, questions. If you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, absolutely post them here, and I will stop intermittently if they mesh into the project. Otherwise, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of stuff that I've been doing very recently. So we had about a 5 week wall trim cabinet job that just ended this last week. This is actually estimator Tom's project that he estimated and sold. It's one of the bigger projects that we do. Amazing clients. And typically, what I do, these big projects, 4 or 5 week, whole house trim projects and stuff, are lost in the final days where it's like, hey, we're almost done, and then you leave a couple things in every room, and then you take 3, 4 more days, sometimes a week more of just knocking stuff out, redoing things. So the one of the most important parts of these site visits is to not only manage the quality, but manage the time and have your people feel supported. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is. Again, at the end, I'll give you my email address. You can email me. I'll give you a free one of these. Probably going to ask you for something, but that is how it works. So, painting by Juan, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Steve Lockwood, looking forward to seeing you in a few weeks. Likewise. All right, let's get into it, folks. This is Ask a Painter Live, Project Manager Site Visit, SOP/Playbook. Reminder, I will give you my email. I will give you my playbook at the end of this. Let's get into it. So, why on earth do we do a site visit? And you can enjoy these beautiful pictures of me from actually this week talking to my most senior master craftsperson, Alex. He's leading a crew. He was working 2 crews on site for this one. Number one, your clients are always going to have questions, and especially with these big projects, you can always do email, you can always do phone, but sometimes it's really nice to just go face to face. Now, you can't do it all the time, but you do want to go face to face every once in a while because you guys know, and from the hundreds of thousands of interactions I have with clients, most clients are fine with electronic communication. Some need that next level of phone call, and some you just need to drive over, look them in the eye, solve it, and move on with your life. And sometimes it's not fair. Sometimes clients demand more or less than you, but it is there. And if you want a good outcome, you have to do it. There's going to be crew questions. And sometimes the crews feel best supported if there's something tricky where you can talk through options on site. If it's as simple as, are we doing this closet or not? Simple one, get on Slack, answer that question. But if there's a process question, if there's complicated things they haven't seen before, sometimes it's better to knock it out on site. Also, for projects that are like not an easily consumable thing, if we're just painting the kitchen cabinets and the kitchen walls, typically there's not any questions. But when you have one of those weird open floor plans with six different entrances to the kitchen, commonly shared walls, you may want to go there and actually verify the scope of tape the wall and actually say we are stopping right here, give or take. And that doesn't that just like helps out so you don't accidentally do something or not do something based on the scope. You also want to verify all the coatings and stuff and all the equipment that they have there too. That's less of important. We got a really good system for that where we don't really need to do that site verification while with all that kind of stuff. But it is kind of handy to do if you really need to sometimes. Trust maintenance. This is this is one of my favorite things where I will have PM sometimes say, "Listen, all my jobs are going. I only got some of this. I, as the operations manager, require my people to do one site visit a day." And they say, "Well, I just visited yesterday." They say, "Well, listen, if you don't have any other new sites to go to, go back there. You're maintaining trust, not only of the client but of the people." And so it's not just there to solve problems, right, or put out a fire. You are there to also show your own internal people and your clients that there is trust. And trust maintenance is a very, very big thing and culture and morale building, right? So I instruct my PMs. They have to do one site visit a day. I prefer to be a W-2 in the winter. They do plenty of sub kickoffs and closeouts in the summer. Um, but I instruct them, like, randomly once a week, go grab a bunch of, energy drinks, stuff from the gas station, Gatorades, potentially healthy snacks, and some warm food, and drop it off for the people. It's not a big investment. It's a very kind thing to do. And when I was a painter, God knows I appreciated that stuff when people would drop that stuff off for me. So now, one of the things here, this is one of the things that I believe is essential. It's professional and it solves so many problems, which is scope and color verification. And you can see in my SOP, we do not use blue or green tape. We either use yellow or orange tape. We will actually go through the house step by step on our work orders from Paint Scout. Each one of the little areas or rooms has its own little section. And if we have any areas like this, like in this house, the trim, if we are not doing trim on the left side, but we are doing trim on the right side, if the estimator or project manager discussed where that's going to be cut off, we will actually go there on that walkthrough and say, okay, the entry is on the right, the living room is on the left. Here's a piece of tape, and if you zoom in on that thing, you can actually see we have an SOP for how to write on the tape, which is you have a line here, you have a line here, and then it says stop, right? Sometimes we can have an arrow and like this and say continue, things like that. But whenever we start to stop, either trim or wall paint or ceiling paint, I really like to have a kind of a sideways T like this, and literally just write stop by it. The goal of all this stuff is to create a non-interpretable scope. Think about poetry, getting across the biggest meaning with the smallest amount of words. This is an art in and of itself, where if you walk around with a piece of tape and you get one symbol and one word, is there a non-interpretable way to think about where to start and stop this stuff? Do you need to be reminded? Is there any other questions by this? It's a wonderful thing. We label the rooms. If there's four bedrooms, we'll actually go up there and say bedroom one, bedroom two, bedroom three, bedroom four, and actually put that stuff on there because then on the work order, bedroom one, two, three, four, they don't have to guess, right? And sometimes it's easy, but again, the project manager there is to create a non-interpretable scope so there's not a whole bunch of chaos and questions later on. And then you want to point out the colors that are going in the rooms. A lot of times we'll put, it'll be for that big trim project we were doing. We're doing Sherwin-Williams color of the U, universal khaki, baby, my color. And so we'll go around and do that stuff, label the trim, we'll label the cabinets, things like that. Just again, non-interpretable scope of work. And then we want to label out of SOP stuff. So when you think about like, okay, if this door frame here, or if this door frame was a window frame and there was some old curtain brackets in there and the client's roof and then there's holes, it would be really great to put a piece of tape and an arrow that says fill right next to it, non-interpretable scope. It's all good stuff. So now you want to do coatings and equipment verification as well. So typically what we do is we have Sherwin deliver everything to our shop. It's all labeled by project name, Johnston, Smith, Gilcuddy, things like that. And it's all in boxes. The crew will get it there. It's always great to verify on site. We were working on that fire department donation job like that, and I ordered some red primer, and they accidentally sent some gray primer, and we verified it on site and caught it. So it's always good to go through and just make sure that the people have what they need. And sometimes it's not like Sherwin Williams is so good out of like, it's called 6, 8 9, 10,000 gallons we'll use it a year. There's probably 2 things that don't get done correctly, and that's just standard human error. Like, you're never gonna get away from that. But it's really good to go on site and not only make sure the colors and the shines and the coatings are right, but also that they have what they need when they need. So a lot of times on kitchen cabinet projects, the goal is to prime the first day, prep and prime the cabinets on the first day. It's a very good thing to make sure that there's primer on site so they don't have to drive it back or go to a store and get it, things like that. This is the big boy. This is the thing I want you guys to pay attention to. And this is something we created 8 or 9 years, might even be 10 years ago. And what's really weird is this is absolutely obvious and essential to me, but very few people do it. And I would argue that this is one of the single biggest determinants of success on a job. This is called the project plan. And what you're seeing is a piece of floor paper. And this is my template. You can tack it up on a wall, and we use a Sharpie outside. I used to make my guys do it on spreadsheets. Certainly, guys can do it on Slack. Some decide to, but a lot of the times it's so nice on a manual, on like a 5 week job, where you can literally lay out this thing. And here are the big parts of the project plan. This is to be done by the crew leader or the painter on site. Number one, you want them to understand how much time they're allowed for this job. Number two, you want them to understand how much time they need to get everything done. I want to build foresight in my people. Showing up to a job and working hard and hoping for the best after 5 weeks is a horrible, horrible idea. Everything needs to be planned out, but it doesn't need to be planned out by the minute or the hour. Major things of accomplishment. So, major parts of the plan here are: we have the project name in the left hand corner, we have the budget that my PM team gives them, we have the hours in the plan, we have days of the week, and then critical, critical, critical. There's 3 sections right here. There is to do, to get, and questions. And I love this tacked up on site because this is like the mainframe of that job. This is the dashboard of that job. And as I'm walking around a 4 to 5 week job, there are so many things. Maybe I ran out of a certain sundry. Maybe I need some more zip pulls. Maybe I need furnace filters to put in there. If over the course a day or a week or multiple weeks, you think you're going to remember to get that stuff from the shop, I can guarantee you you're not going to. Even me, who thinks about this more than anybody else, loves this more than anybody else. If you give me 5 things to remember this week and get at the shop next time I'm there, I'm only going to get 4. So, this to do. If a client says, "Hey, there's a vent stuck on the wall that's been painted in. Can you get that off?" Right there. Oh yeah, this is out of SOP. Chisel off the vent, remove the vent there, that sort of thing. To get, hey, oh my God, we only brought 2 rolls of floor paper. 2 weeks from now, when we get into the next phase, the next floor of the house, we're going to have to get more. Bring 3 rolls of floor paper, and then questions. Um, if a clients will typically come up to you right away, and they'll have a whole bunch of questions, and they'll say, "Hey, listen, we're also having a birthday party for my cat 2 weeks from now, and we may need this living room." So one of the things is, "Hey, PM, contact a client about cat birthday 2 weeks from now, and then see where it works in the project plan." It's not the painter's job to worry about like the client communication and all that other stuff. Like on site, yes, but the overall planning and the management of the project is done by my project manager. So very important. And what we're looking for in a project plan, there's so many people that call this micromanagement. I cannot push back any harder on that. That is completely ridiculous, and you are foolish if you don't start something with a plan at all, right? So now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if this is a 4 day cabinet job, basically, I don't need to know what you're doing every minute or hour, but it would be nice to say, "Hey, Patrick is on this job on Monday. It's a solo cabinet job. I want to prep and prime the cabinets in there." So really, all he has to do, we work 4 10s. All Patrick has to do is say Monday, prep and prime cabinets, 10 hours. Tuesday, SVT, caulk, patch, top one, and then probably do some ancillary prepper on the walls while waiting for top one and gallery to dry, and then top two. That would be awesome if we could do that. There's typically some other rooms around the house as well too, that he can go and do some stuff. So he'll work in these other rooms, keep the top coats going. Thursday morning, he'll say 7 a.m. at the shop because I'm going to go pick up my cabinet doors. Meanwhile, you know me, we have one of these in the shop too for all the cabinets in there. And I believe last week we had 5 projects in the shop. We do this for all 5 projects in the shop and lay it out. This project gets this done. This project gets this done every day of the week, just like that. This inculcates a sense of ownership. And I believe if you just show up and work hard, you're going to fail. I believe if you're looking at this and you got 63 hours for this and 13 hours have to be at the shop, that gives you 50 hours to complete this cabinet job. you work a 40-hour week, the goal would be to get it done in 40 to 45 hours, give or take, depending on the scope of the project. But it tells you, it makes your brain think about what has to be done each day in order to get that goal. The people that I look up to most, personally and professionally, do this for decades of their life. 30 years from now, where do I want to be? What do I have to do today? This is a microcosm of that, which is at the end of the week, I want to be under budget because guess what? Painters in my company, their comp plans are based on getting these projects under budget. So it's very, very important. And now, project plan update. Very important with this, too, before we move on. Every crew, every day by 8 a.m. has to post one of these. There's probably about 25% of the crews that are non compliant, and the job of the project manager and operations manager is to remind them every day. It's never going to stop. This is why I shake my fist at the entire industry for lack of management. Management is creating something like this and ensuring it gets done every day. It is so frustrating. You will get 25% of your people that will not do it every day, and you'll have to literally tell them, stop what you're doing, and post the project. That's what a good manager does. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means that that has to happen. At 3 p.m., it's updated every day. And then at 4 p.m., when those 3 p.m. updates come in, the project management team sits down, they make sure the schedule's accurate and post it by 4. So that by 5 o'clock, when we're all done, everybody knows where they're going. And here's the project plan update that comes in at 3 p.m. Typically, most of my people like to do a Slack update. The kind of thing will be like, hey, our plan's on track, our plan's off track. Hey, Small Painting on Facebook. Good to see you guys, man. You've been all over the internet since the start of the year. It's been fun to see. So the 3 p.m. project plan update, we basically need to know these are our field updates. Are we on track? Are we off track? This can divert into a whole nother standard operating procedure, a playbook, and a show and a master's class about scheduling, which I have for another time. This is essential. This is essential for scheduling to not only have a plan so people know what's going on, and then get it updated so that we can accurately do the schedule. So you don't have to pry this info out of humans from the field. But basically, it's the same plan. But here's our major accomplishments. Here's what we plan on doing tomorrow. And the most important thing that a lot of painters leave out is here's our budget. Here's how many hours I've used. Here's my percent completed. And here's my percentage of the budget used. I want them to see those numbers every single day for accountability and to stay on track. And now, what you guys are seeing here, I'm going to send you this. If you guys email me, my email is in the show notes of both of these shows on Instagram, on Facebook, and we're also on LinkedIn and YouTube as well too. I will send you this. And within this, not only do you have this show, I showed you my project plan template, but also I have a real world project plan template from 2 weeks ago from my company when we were in a long term healthcare facility. This is the actual template. I will send it to you. It's editable. You can change it. You can use it to study. You can ask me any questions. It's all here for you. If you email me at this, I will send you this. And these are real templates from my very real painting company from very real 2026. I'm not a coach. I'm not a mentor. I don't have anything to sell you besides mastering the basics. This is actually from a painting company and a paint business owner who is operating a paint business right now. So let's get back to IG. Holy mama, we got some people watching today. The Paintsmiths definitely learn this from you and use it on every job. Jay, Jay from the Paintsmiths is a local master crafts person, paint business owner here. Jay came to me with painting experience, and normally I am scared to death about people with previous painting experience. I rolled the dice on Jay. There was something really good about him. He came in, we put him through their apprenticeship, even though he's an experienced painter, just to kind of learn our ways, tune him up a little. Put him on a crew with Shane, and he rocked it out, man. And within a short amount of time, just kind of like he said, he wanted to get his feet under him and start his own business. Started his own business, and now we are partnering on jobs together. And seriously, this is peanut butter and chocolate. Jay is the man. Love working with him on projects. He does plenty of his own projects. We fight for Jay. We love having Jay on our projects because he shares our core values, project plans. Project plans allow him to make money. Making money allows him to stay around, and then we both win together. And our clients love Jay. So that is awesome. Let's see here. Eugenio, Mato Santos, bom dia, my friend, down in Brazil. I appreciate you guys very much. Hopefully, we can get down there. Urban painting. How you guys doing? See if I'm just scrolling for any. Oh, Paulo Fernando. Boshia, my friend. Just looking for any last final questions, comments before we get out of here today. But that is my email address, guys. Final little bit of housekeeping. There we go. There we go. All right. Final little bit of housekeeping, guys. Mastering the Basics is all here for you. If you email me, I will send you a link. Go check it out. You get 8 there's about 7 or 8 hours worth of educational, videos that I walk you through everything, and about 20 of my templates, way more robust than the one I'm gonna send you this time. I mean, you get my whole production dashboard. That's one of the templates, right? You get my entire job costing thing. That's another one like that. You get all my SOPs. That's a third one, and there's 17 more, give or take there. So, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I will guarantee you this is the highest value money that you can spend on professionalizing your business, and this is the time of the year where we do have the time to professionalize our business. So, I would ask you guys know I've been live broadcasting for free for almost 10 years now doing this. Everybody who's watching, I'm seeing a lot of familiar names. You know, I've given everything away for free for all these years. I respond to all the emails. I absolutely love doing this. I do have an ask of you guys. This supports the cause of this. This professionalizes businesses. This helps me have the time to do all this stuff with you guys. And it creates this whole portal thing. Instead of just random stuff being sent to you for free, now there's a whole educational portal for you guys for this sort of thing. And that is my ask of you guys, which is support these causes. And I will do way more of this. And I will update it every year for you guys with new stuff. And just know, for the people who've done it before, I am in full support of you the entire way. The people who've done it know that on Sunday morning, you get an email from Nick responding to your questions because I love doing that sort of thing. Now, what I will say as well too is the PCA Expo is coming up, and you guys heard me at the start of the show. Guys, for the love of God, just sign up. It's 2 weeks away. Professional paint business owners, don't wait to do a week-long professional conference with airfare and hotels and rental cars and registration a week or 2 beforehand. But here we are. It amazes me every year that we'll have, I don't know, 1,000 or 1,500 painting companies represented at the expo. There'll be about 50 people who literally show up at the convention center, walk up to the door and say, "I'm here. I'm interested. Register me." We're better than this, folks. I listen, God love you. We're not gonna turn you away. We'll find a way to get you in. But do me a favor, folks. Join me at the expo. This is gonna be my last one as board chair. I got the presidential suite. If you kinda whisper that you're an Ask a Painter, listener, I may get you into the chairman's happy hour, the club number of my room, give or take. It's a special little handshake agreement I have between my beloved listeners. Looking forward to that, and I hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be the biggest and best expo we've ever had, and the board of directors is going to be handed off to somebody else, a new leader for you guys, and whoever it is after the election is going to be bigger and better than me or Paris or anybody that came before us. We have a great group of people. So my ask: join me in the expo, do the mastering the basics, professionalize your business, not because I ask, but because it's the right thing to do. And it's going to make your life better. So have a great day, everybody. Appreciate the living heck out of you guys. See you next week.